fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. In 1994, I had my first child. And what that meant to me was I had to sell my shiny sports car. It was a two-door Porsche 928, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. But now, as a new father, according to my fiance at the time, now my wife, it was not going to work for what we had going on. So I shopped my car around. Now let me give you a little history on this car. Youth and money is not a good mix. I did okay as a youngster, and so I went out and I bought this car that I thought I was getting a good deal, but it turns out, which we'll get into, is that it was not a very good deal. So, fast forward, it's time for me to sell this car. I paid $15,000 for the car, cash. I paid cash for the car, $15,000. I now need to sell it. I'm thinking it's a Porsche. It holds its value very well. I'm sure I'll get no less than $14,000. I mean, I got a great deal on it, so I mean, there's like equity in it already. I take this car to the first car dealership, and he offers me $8,000. I'm like scratching my head. Now, the one thing about the Porsche that I didn't mention is that I was aware that there was an issue with the title. Not that it was, the title was clear, but it was what they call, it had a non-USA band on it. And I won't get into, for the sake of time, I won't get into what that meant. But to me, it just meant a great deal when I was buying it. So I shopped the car to the first car dealer. Like I said, he said he'd offer me $8,000 on it. And he explained to me a little more about what the title meant. So at this time, I'm thinking, wow, I kind of screwed up. You know, I don't want to tell my wife this, but I kind of screwed up. So I get resourceful. I start doing my research. One thing I know about car dealerships is that if you're there and you want to purchase a car, you're there to make a deal, they will pretty much give you a good deal if you're there at that moment and you want to purchase the car. So I shopped my car to another car dealership. Pretty much the same answer. We'll give you $8,000. So now I'm thinking, oh man, I really screwed up. I'm leaving work on maybe the third night. I'm leaving work one evening, and I'm thinking, just from the experience I have with purchasing cars before, I know that, like I said, they usually like to get the deal done right away. So I'm on my way home, and Greg, you may be familiar with this, but it's National City, California, which is in the San Diego area. And I stop. It's about 8:30. Dealerships close at 9. I've cleaned my car up. I've polished the wheels. I've waxed it. I made this thing look beautiful. Because this is kind of my last hope. I take the car to the Toyota dealer. It's 8:30, I'm driving on the lot. He comes out, he's impressed with the car. Wow, that's a really nice car. What do you want to do with it? Well, I'd sell it or trade it. He said, well, take a look around. And if you see something you like, come and talk to me and we'll talk. I looked around, found something I liked, and I went to the salesman. So I told the salesman, I found a truck that I like. It's big enough for my family and everything. And I am willing to, I'll pay you your sticker price on your truck if you give me what I'm asking for my car. I think I'm going to be going home in my car again like I've been doing the past few times. So he says, okay. He looks at the car. He has his appraiser come over. They take the car over and appraise it. And I'm just waiting for the bad news. And he comes back to me and he says, you have a deal. And he said, however, it's late. It's almost 9 o'clock. We close at 9 o'clock. Can you come back in the morning? No, I cannot come back in the morning. If I leave here tonight, I'll probably change my mind and I won't come back and get that truck. I think we need to do this tonight. So we sign the paperwork. Everything's done. I drive off the lot that night in a brand new truck. They take my car, and the very next day, I get a phone call. Mr. Harris, I don't know how to tell you this, but you need to bring the truck back. why do I need to bring the truck back? Because your car wasn't what you told us it was. My car was everything I told you it was, and I showed you the clean title with all the information on it right there in front of me. I said, it sounds like your appraiser made a mistake. Well, sir, you still need to bring the car back. I said, well, if you want to send the police to come and get the car, that's fine, but that'll be about the only way you can get the car from me. And that is the end of my story. Thank you.